Hello and welcome to the match review of Inter and Cremonese. 3-1 victory for Inter, but totally not happy with the performance. It was just our midfield and the forward line which did the work. I mean, mostly our midfield. Forward line, I would say Dzeko was useless. He might have done something here and there, but overall, he couldn't finish. I mean, he had so many chances, he couldn't finish. We had a Barella banger, a scrappy goal from Korea. I mean, it was a poacher's instinct, but Dzeko should have scored that opportunity. And just because it was Radu who fumbled it again, and Korea took advantage of it and scored our opener. And then what a pass by Hakan. I mean, for me, he was the man of the match. The way he controlled the midfield, his passes. I think he should be linking up with everyone in the team in the training sessions. I mean, you saw so many times wherein he crossed the ball, but the players are not making the runs, or it's just overhit because the players are just too late to react to his passes. So I think with much more practice with the team, I think he'll be even more deadly. But Brozovic, Barella, Hakan, they were like totally in a different zone today, different class altogether. Yeah, man of the match. I think man of the match would be Barella. I mean, with the banger of a goal and then an assist to Lautaro, who showed amazing strength to beat the defender, to outmuscle the defender, and then score. I mean, that shows the confidence he has. I mean, he has scored in every match right now. That's what confidence does. And previously, I think previous seasons, you would have seen him probably not going for it, probably going for a foul or something. But today, like he was, even though he came on as a sub, he was so strong and wanted to show that he can, like the defenders can't bully him anymore. He will outmuscle them and he's going to score. I mean, that was such a beautiful goal to seal the victory. And in the end, Handanovic being Handanovic, I don't know, it's not a banger. It's not a goal like what Barella scored. Handanovic could have moved a little. Was he blinded? Didn't he see the shot? I mean, I need to see the replay, but from what I saw, he should have at least tried to save the goal. He didn't even move. As usual, he was a statue and not at all making an attempt. Like, even if you see Radu made an attempt for Barella's shot, if it was Handanovic over there, he would have just stood and see the ball goes by. And this is what happened even now. The defensive performance also wasn't that great, in my opinion. Skriniar didn't have that good of a game. De Vrij didn't have that good of a game. DiMarco was out-muscled again, as usual. Sloppy passes in the second half. I mean, from the 60th minute or something, it was the complacency set in. I mean, every time I keep saying this, like the player shouldn't get complacent, but it just keeps happening over and over again. Doesn't matter if it's teams like Cremonese. Like, if it was a top team today, we wouldn't have won for our defensive performance. It's just because our midfield was way too strong for them and everyone were in the zone today. It worked out for us. But otherwise, I don't think it was a performance that we should be proud of. If you look at the stats now, you see that the shots on target, yeah, Inter had more, obviously. I mean, we should have more than Cremonese. And off target, it's kind of similar. Block shots 4 and 4. I mean, to give 4 shots to block with the main defense line, I mean, that is something we should be worried about. And 47% possession for Cremonese. I mean, against a team that will probably be relegated, you have just 53% possession. That is no good. I mean, you should have at least 65 to 70% possession, especially with the dominating midfield that we have. Even though we had such good midfield performance today, the possession is just 53%. I mean, there must be something wrong there. Something needs to change. The substitutions were okay. Did we miss Lukaku? I would say yes. Will we miss Lukaku over the weekend? I would say yes. And that's a big yes because Dzeko's performance today was not at all satisfactory. Are we playing the system because we have Lukaku now and we need a main man? Or why can't Correa and Lautaro start together? I mean, hopefully Inzaghi would start Correa and Lautaro together. Yes, the chemistry hasn't been there that much, but I would still say Dzeko can't start anymore for Inter. I think he's past his prime. He has to be an impact sub, or if he doesn't like it and if he wants to throw tantrums like what Sanchez did, get out. But Dzeko's time is done. Overall, not too happy with the performance. Yes, it was a 3-1 victory, but it should have been way more comfortable. If it was a top team, we probably would have drew the match or maybe even lost. You never know. With Handanovic not moving, you never know what would happen. But yeah, not that happy with the performance, but 3 points, 1 point ahead of Milan going into the derby. The confidence that comes in with a win under your belt just before the derby is extreme. And Milan dropped points today. They drew to Sassuolo. So that'll be going on in their mind. We have a victory on our mind. The crowd, as usual, was spectacular. On a Tuesday, you have 70,000 people turning up and singing and cheering all throughout the match. I mean, that's brilliant. So, see you guys later before the derby when we do our preview. Please do like and subscribe and comment on the performance. Do we have to start Onana now after this Handanovic blunder, I would say? And how much would we miss Lukaku in the derby? Ciao ragazzi, Forza Inter.